From Minnesota State University, we have with us outfielder Taylor Branstad, head coach Matt Moggers, starting pitcher T.J. Larson, and catcher Nolan Johnson. Coach, if you would give us your general thoughts on the game and then take questions.
Yeah, it was obviously a good game. You know, we were, it was like we talked about this last night, how we, you know, sometimes we get out to a slow start, but we're able to fight through that and be able to battle, and I think that's what we did today. They're obviously a good team, and you know, we were able to survive the first inning, and you know, or second inning actually they got one run there, and then we were able to come up with a couple key hits when we needed to, and then you know, to carry it on into the ninth inning, get that run, I think was for eighth inning was pretty big too. So you know, can't say enough about TJ. The job he did, he stepped up when we needed a guy in that situation, and this is his third World Series, so he's been here a couple times before, and you know, I look back a couple years ago when he had got a start against Delta State and gave us 6 shutout innings. So he's been here before and able to do that things. This was his longest outing of the year. Came at a better time, and you know, I think it was good to get Matheson in there, Geislinger in there, those guys that we're going to need to kind of step up, you know, tomorrow again and be able to do that. So you know, throughout the tournament we've had different players sitting up here, and that's the great thing about our team, is at different times guys are going to step up and you know, be that guy. So looking forward to tomorrow. It's you know, I feel it's going to be somebody else for us stepping up, and ultimately it's going to take a team effort.
Questions?
Matt, when I asked the question about starting pitchers last night, you kind of were a little cryptic and, you know, humorous, but I kind of had a feeling that was the direction you were going. Was it a hunch, or was that something you had planned all along?
No, I don't think we've. Sometimes I don't want to give myself too much credit. I think that'd be selfish, but you know, we met last night, the coaching staff, and I think it's a good problem because we do have some good options remaining. And you know, when it came down to it, I think it was an easy decision because you have a guy that's a senior that's you know, been here 3 times before, and the other stuff that I mentioned. So you know, he came out, threw strikes, got stronger as the game went on, and that's something you definitely look for. So put us in a good situation to be successful. I look at throughout the game, Nolan again did a good job throwing out a base runner, controlling the running game, and then you know, that's what we needed to do.
TJ, you haven't had a start since April the 19th. That's a long time ago. How excited were you to get the ball today, and was there concern about, you know, rust and or, you know, stamina?
There was no concern. I was really excited to get the ball, you know, but whatever coach decides, he decides, and I got the ball. It was my turn to step up. Told myself before the game, my main 2 goals were first pitch strikes and get that first guy out, and I felt like I did that most of the game.
Coach Moggers, you guys got that first loss out of the way early, and you've been on a little bit of a momentum swing ever since then. What kind of momentum do you feel like you've got going into these?
Well, pretty positive momentum. I still think we're going to play our best game in the tournament yet. You know, now we're in a situation where you know, our backs were up against the wall. They're still there, and it's going to take a better effort than what we had today to beat that team, because they're a better team, I think, than what they played today. And we need to stay focused and take it one day at a time. And you know, this is a group of guys, like I said, they've been there before. They're mentally pretty tough and they're sharp, and you know, we got to get some rest here and get back at it tomorrow.
Taylor, the first 2 games of this World Series, you guys could not buy a 2-out hit. The last couple of games, that's pretty much all the runs have come with 2 outs. Could you kind of talk about that? What's been the difference, and go through that at bat where you had to double to drive in the 2 runs?
Well, I guess we're always going to fight, even with 2 outs. You know, it's not going to be something where, you know, we got 2 outs, we're just going to give up. So, you know, all of our hitters are pretty disciplined. We're going to have good at bats, and all it takes is the one spark plug to get it done. Get on base, and, you know, everybody kind of gets momentum from there, and we kind of go from there. And I guess today, that the 2-out hit I had, I was just looking for something straight they were going to throw to me, and fortunately, early in the count, they gave me that and jumped all over it, so I was pretty happy to do that.
Coach, what's it say about the tournament that Tampa and Minnesota State have both worked their way back this far?
Yeah, I think it shows you that the tournament's pretty competitive. I think it shows you that 2 teams have been here before and they understand what it takes to be successful, and that's one of the things that we've talked about before. You know, we haven't lost 2 games all year. It's a pretty resilient group. You know, and obviously, you know, on the other side of the bracket, we can't control what's going on over there. We can only worry about what we have in front of us here, and and that's a team, like I said, that we've got to play tomorrow, and we're going to have to come out and have a good effort.
Nolan, you think the team's going to keep trying to run against you? Because I think you've thrown out now 5 guys on base.
I don't know. I mean, as long as we can control it and the pitchers are quick to home and we got our shot to get them, we're happy. So whatever it takes to get guys off the bases and get momentum our way.
Matt, you going to play your ace tomorrow?
That's a good question. We're going to have to talk about that. You got a hunch?
I remember yesterday, I second guess. I don't make the first guess.
Okay.
That's your job.
Now you're not going to say your opinion you have on the beginning of the conference, but you're not going to say it today. So.
Like I said, that's your job.
No, we got some good options, so we'll meet.
Then Nolan, let's go on the assumption that maybe he's going to play his ace. The other day when I talked to you after the first game, you're talking about how you guys really kind of felt like you let Jason down. How cool would it be and how good would it be to get him another shot out there on the bump to try to send you to the championship game?
Well, if he does somehow get on the mound tomorrow, I guess it'd be pretty nice to see him, just give him some support. I mean, he's given us great starts all year, and as hitters, you're disappointed when you only give him 1 or 2 runs to work with, and this would be icing on the cake if we get this done for him tomorrow.
That team that you played today? I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Coach Moggers, I know you can't look ahead too much, but would you like another shot at Tampa?
Honestly, it doesn't matter who we play. What's happened in the past. We're a totally different team than we were last year, and by the looks of it, they are too. The game of baseball is not about revenge. I think it's about controlling what you can, and that's our team and this group of guys that we have. And I think they've done that throughout the tournament. They've worried about themselves and what they can do to help the team become successful.
Is that team you played today kind of almost a mirror image of you guys? I mean, they seem to play the same kind of game, and you just did it a little bit better today.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think quite a few of the teams are very similar to each other throughout the tournament. You don't see a lot of teams with a lot of power. Strong pitching and defense is kind of a common theme here today, and we happen to be the team that came out this afternoon.